I've just been dealing with some shit, given new evidence on B1.617.2 Delta variant currently circulating in the United States. The CDC has updated their guidance, recommending masks to be worn inside at all times, regardless of vaccine status. Starting tomorrow, all personnel, customers, and guests will be required to wear masks indoors at our California facilities, regardless of vaccine status. Masks will continue to be available on site. You can request blah, 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 blah. Guys, it's just like, ever since that happened, I'm like hearing all these vaccinated people. It's like, what don't you understand, dude? This shit is no joke. Delta is no fucking joke. And I'll show you why, man. This is like everywhere. And I'm seeing people drop dead in the streets. Just drop dead. It's nuts. Delta is not a joke. Dying out in the middle, they're just going to work or they're going to get some groceries and they just drop down and they're dead. It's so sad. This disease, man. It's not just a sickness, it's a killer. It's killing us. You see them on the streets everywhere you go. Because of the Delta variant, man. It's crazy. And now these vaccinated people are all complaining, I don't want to wear a mask. I was told I didn't have to wear a mask. Why do I have to wear a mask? I was vaccinated. Guys. You gotta understand, like my parents taught me. You gotta trust the government before anything else. It goes government, God, family. It just makes sense. They just want the best for you. When in the last 100 years has the government not done what is best for the people and the health of the people? They just want the best for you. So stop complaining. Put on the mask. What? You can't put on a mask for 15 days? It's going to be 15 days. We'll flatten out the curve. It's just going to be back to normal after that. What's wrong with you? Come on, people. And the science says, put a mask on. So I'm going to put this on just right now because I don't want to appear like I'm being not authentic, but I am. I believe in this. 100%. This is how we should live. If the science says this is how we should live, then we should. The science is government. Government is science. Right? Oh, well, where's the evidence? I'll show you the evidence. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. There's evidence about how we should be wearing masks all the time, even if we're vaccinated. That's all I'm saying. I'm good without a mask. I can not wear a mask, especially I have this here. It allows me to. I'm allowed to not wear the mask as long as I'm consuming something. Why are people so crazy nuts about the masks? Oh, we gotta wear a mask even though we got vaccinated. Oh, well, the masks help. Science. They know what's best for us. And you know what? We the people are the government. And so why would they want to hurt themselves? I don't think they would, buddy. Let's get into some stuff. Let's get into some truth tellers right here, right now.
It's pretty simple. You want to talk about who's dumb?
Yeah, I mean, the CDC is like this whole governmental body with scientists.
Scientists, right? The government has scientists that care about our health. Just gotta wear it. It's gonna keep out the demons,
Shit, they just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it, dude.
Words of wisdom, Lloyd.
Scientists and shit, they just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it, dude.
So you got vaccinated, okay. Well, you're still at risk. The science says so. The science.
Vaccine isn't safe. That was studied by like multiple government agencies and approved by the.
It was studied by multiple government agencies. You heard it. He said himself. It was studied by multiple government agencies.
by like multiple government agencies.
It's right there. You guys ask for proof? Like, you're like, okay, where's the evidence that this Delta virus is bad? Well, here's the evidence right here.
And approved by the FDA under rigorous testing. And this
It was approved by the FDA under rigorous testings. He says it. It was approved by the FDA under rigorous testings. Huh? They only want you to be healthy. Don't you want to be healthy? Or do you want to kill everybody with your unvaccinated disease mouth and nose and ears and anus and pee hole? That's about it. Yeah, it's about it. For most people, it's about it.
proved across the globe as safe for human consumption.
It's been proved across the globe as safe for human consumption. These vaccines are safe for human consumption. It's been proved across the globe. It's been FDA approved, tested and approved by the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, the Food and Drug Administration. My bad. It's been proved, and these guys know it, and they're spreading truth. Thank God for these guys. They get millions of views on every video.
And by the way, vaccines just like this have already been given to people. Like this isn't.
There's been so many other vaccines that are based on an mRNA. What? Huh? There's been so many vaccines that have just like this that are completely proven as safe. You know? That's all you got to think. You don't even got to think. Just stop thinking about
Some
it.
crazy off the books thing that's never been used. Like apparently this technology has been being used in AIDS medicine.
They used this in AIDS medicines. According to this guy who likes to look at his hand when he does that every 5 seconds, he's super authoritative. I believe every word he says because he knows the truth, man.
For a long time. It's not like
For a long time. It's not like anything new.
It's not like you're gonna what's the fucking mystery?
Trumpers, all they want to do is say, oh, the vaccine's bad. You can't take the vaccine. Oh, you shouldn't take the vaccine. Oh, you shouldn't take. I've had 8 of them. And they've all felt better and better and better each time. It felt greater and greater. There was something a little erotic about it, but I'm not going to get into that. I love getting the vaccine. But Nazi, right-wing, white supremacists who are against the vaccine, they want to kill America. They want everybody to get sick and die. I'm telling you.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us.
If and when the vaccine comes. And it's not likely to go through all the tests that needs to be and the trials that are needed to be done. When we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take the shot? You can be the first one to say, sign me up. They now say it's okay. And the question of whether it's real when it's there, that requires enormous training.
Sick of these fucking white supremacists. These are the biggest threat to America right here. These people who deny the vaccine, who say, I'm not going to take the vaccine. You are the biggest threat to America right now. You, whoever that is, some white dude, obviously a racist, obviously a white supremacist, probably has a cross in his backyard that gets burned every night. Just guessing. So white supremacists are taking over this country.
Transparency. You got to make all of it available to other experts across the nation so they can look and see. So there's consensus this is a safe vaccine. If the president announced tomorrow we have a vaccine, would you take it? Only if it was completely transparent that other experts in the country could look at it. Only if we knew all of what went into it. If Donald Trump can't give answers and the administration can't give answers to these 3 questions, the American people should not have confidence.
But
If everyone just stopped being white supremacies and just took the vaccine, just get the jab. It gets better every single time, I'm telling you. It gets better every single time. It gets better. It gets beyond better. It's amazing. If we could stop all these people telling people to stop getting the vaccine, I think we could save this country. Because this country's being broken by this horrible disease. We have a cure for the disease. This guy, Joe Biden, came up with this amazing vaccine. All we have to do is take that vaccine. We got rid of the disease, and there's these people talking about not taking the vaccine.
Donald Trump tells us that we should take it. I'm not taking it.
Shutdowns and school closures, but he also once said that we didn't have to wear masks anymore once we were vaccinated. So why should America
just put it in your arm and wear your mask? What's so hard about wearing a mask? The mask obviously stops the spread of disease from entering your mouth and also from exiting your mouth. It does. I think it does both. It does both. And they don't say what kind of mask, but I'm pretty sure every type of mask stops the spread of COVID, and it kind of like holds it in like a containment cell in your mask. And so that part of the virus is contained, and you could just throw your mask away, and now it's not. Now you got rid of it. Isn't that the goal? Get rid of it. You know, we don't know where it came from, but I'm sure we can get rid of it, can't we? We're not going to send it back to where it came from. I don't know where it came from. But all you have to do is put the fucking mask on. Why are you so lazy? You're so lazy. You can't put a mask on. Oh, I'm not sure about it. I don't see any evidence. Evidence? Evidence? Come on, man. Evidence. It's right here. Evidence? You want evidence? It's right here. Given new evidence, see? It's spelled EVIDENCE. That's evidence right there. On the Delta variant, it's circulating and stuff. You want evidence? Okay. I'll show you more evidence.
trust him now?
Well, because we listen to the scientists.
Is that not evidence? They listen to scientists. You know a scientist? A scientist is somebody who knows more than anybody could possibly imagine about science. And our government listens to the science. And like I said, you gotta trust the government. They only have you in your best interest, in their priorities, only got to do with you. The government is you. We're going to find out. We're going to do some diving into the Constitution. It's going to show us that the government is we the people. So why would they want to hurt we the people if they are we the people? Huh? Strange.
Listen to the expert. This is a public health situation. This is not about politics at all. This is about saving lives. And this is what the president is all about. He wants to make sure that we are saving lives. If you look at, Peter, the last 6 months, that's what he's done every day. And you see that in the numbers. Now we're at a point where we have to double down and make it very, very clear to people that we can't let the pandemic win. We have to continue to fight.
So if you're listening to the science, if scientists come to you at some point down the line and say, it is our opinion that there
He hates science so much. You could tell. He hates science.
should be shutdowns and there should be school closures, you would do that?
Well, we listen to, like I said, we listen to the CDC and the expert and their guidance. The CDC is a body that is very well respected.
The data are clear, the most recent data.
Here's our savior, our hope and savior right now. This is the top scientist and doctor. He's a scientist and a doctor. Bam! Boom shakalaka. How often do you get a great scientist who's also a great doctor, happens to work for our president, who, I don't know if you know this about the president, but I'm pretty sure that in order to get to that office, you have to know a lot about science, and you have to know a lot about medicine, you have to know a lot about the Constitution, and you have to be basically a genius to be a president. So what the fuck are you guys worried about?
That when a person gets infected who has been vaccinated, namely a breakthrough infection, and they get infected with the Delta variant, that the level of virus in their nasopharynx is about 1,000 times higher than with the Alpha variant. And
there you go. The greatest scientist and doctor on the planet is telling you, this is the evidence, friends. He's telling you that if you have the vaccine, you could have a deadly dose of the Delta variant in your nostrils. And if you just go like to one of your neighbors, you could kill him. You could kill him. So put a mask over your nostrils so that if you go, it's blocked. See, it's blocked. The Delta particles are blocked by a mask. See, if I go, now my neighbor's safe. I'm telling you, it's easy as fucking pie.
it has been well documented that even though it's a rare
Well
occurrence,
documented.
those individuals can and have transmitted the virus to uninfected individuals.
That's true for both the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Why?
Who's this guy? Oh, this is the president. Again, in order to be a president, you have to know science. Yeah, you have to. I mean, it's in the. You know, when you sign up for a job, like you have to check boxes to show like what you've done. The boxes for a president include I know science. Okay, I know medicine. Okay, I know the Constitution, especially if you've been doing it for 50 years.
Because even if you've been fully vaccinated and protected from severe illness from COVID-19, you could have the Delta variant in your system
Science.
and spread it to someone who isn't vaccinated. We need to wear a mask to protect each other.
See, it's all about protecting the unvaccinated. The vaccinated people are all safe. Gotta do this so that I have an excuse not to wear the mask. The vaccinated people are all safe. It's the unvaccinated. You know, those Mongols of thought, those people who haven't learned that I'll go overthink everything. Those people. We're trying to protect them. We care about their health. It's all about them. You know? It's pathetic.
And to stop the rapid spread of this virus as we work to get more people vaccinated. And I hope all Americans who live in areas with substantial or high case rates will follow the mask guidance that's being laid down by the CDC.
Just put the thing on.
I certainly will, and I have, because this is one of those areas in Washington. And in my decision, in my direction, all federal personnel and visitors to federal buildings will have to do the same thing. As I said from the beginning, a mask is not a political statement. It's about protecting yourself.
It's not a political statement. It is about protecting yourself, but it's also macho to wear a mask. Don't let the fake news fool you into believing that masks are unnecessary or hurt you. It's pathetic. Masks are macho, and they help you, and they do protect you, and they protect everyone around you, because it's like a barrier, you know. So like the COVID particles, if you have the Delta, they go in the mask, right? They don't go beyond the mask to other people, right? And if other people have the Delta and they sneeze on you, the COVID gets stuck in the mask. It's simple as that, guys. It's science.
And protecting others.
He is he understands science, and he's surrounded by scientists, surrounded with Fauci, who supplements anything he doesn't know about science. And he has his wife, Jill, Biden who supplements anything he doesn't know about medicine because she's a doctor. Bona fide doctor, okay? So this guy, this hero, he knows what he's talking about. And the other thing he knows what he's talking about is because he's been sworn in office in the Senate, well, in Congress at first and then in the Senate. Every time he signs in, he's swearing an oath to the Constitution. So he's a constitutionalist, right? He knows the Constitution better than you do. Okay? Just get that through your thick skull that you have. If you're a Trumper, I'm sure you have a really thick skull. He knows the Constitution, so listen to what he has to say and try and just eat it up. Stop overthinking everything. You
Protecting others. Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government. You
Yeah.
and I. Not some force in a distant capital. Not some powerful force that we have no control over. It's us.
He's we the people. We the people, as stated in the Constitution, is Joe Biden. Come
It's
on.
we the people.
Yeah.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Self-evident. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That's close enough, dude. He's spot on, man. Nailing the Declaration of Independence.
All men and women created by
That all men are created equal and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. No, he's pretty close. He's got it.
all men and women created by you know the thing.
That's right. We do know the thing.
Mr. President, thank you. Why not push for vaccine mandates in states, private companies, schools? Do you want to see those entities pass vaccine mandates?
Well, I'd like to see them continue to move in that direction, and that's why I pointed out. I had asked.
What is wrong with that? I don't see anything in the Constitution that says that a leader, a president, can't just mandate that everybody get some substance in their arm. Huh? Is anybody else? I don't see anything in here. I haven't read it yet, but I assume that he can mandate jabs, get everyone vaccinated, save a nation, get everyone medicated against something, some virus, right? And then we don't have to worry about it anymore. We can get back to normal, sure, right? Normalcy? I'm sure. Guys.
The Justice Department to determine whether they're able to do that legally. And they can. Local communities can do that. Local businesses can do that. It's still a question whether the federal government can mandate the whole country. I don't know that yet.
You know, somebody, he's spent 50 years in Congress, in the Senate, vice president for 8 years. Now he's been president for 17 years. So he knows the Constitution. He understands what they can mandate, right?
I don't know that yet. Yes.
Okay. We'll give him another 4 years. I'm sure he'll give us a straight answer. I'm sure. Because, you know, it's 4,500 words. So I'm sure he can flip through it and give us a straight answer before the end of his second term.
Do you require all federal employees to get vaccinated?
That's under consideration right now, but if you're not vaccinated, you're not nearly as smart as I thought you were.
Are you concerned that the CDC's new mask guidance could sow confusion?
We have a pandemic because of the unvaccinated, and they're sowing enormous.
True, man. Anybody who hasn't gotten a vaccine, you are the problem. And you are domestic terrorists. You're probably racist, too. You're destroying this country. You're destroying this globe with your unvaccinatedness. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the damage that you're doing by not being vaccinated. The science says you should do it, so do it. Huh? Evidence. It's right here. This is the evidence.
A pandemic because of the unvaccinated, and they're sowing enormous confusion. And the more we learn about this virus and the Delta variation, the more we have to be worried.
Because the more we learn about the Delta variation, the more we have to be worried. And you unvaccinated people, you're destroying this country.
Concern.
You want evidence? There's your evidence. This is the guy who knows more about science and medicine than anybody on the planet. How else do you get to that position? Come on. Come on. Get on board. Jump on the vax train, dude.
And there's only one thing we know for sure. If those other 100 million people got vaccinated, we'd be in a very different world.
Very different world. Can you imagine how much different this world would be if all you unvaccinated people got vaccinated? It'd be like a dream world. It'd be like, oh, there's free houses everywhere. There'd be like giant trees with houses in the trees that are rent free. It'd be like oh, what's a job? I don't know what a job is. What's a job? What are you asking me? A job? No, we just allow you to do whatever you want and make beautiful things. Just art everywhere, you know? It would be like so great. If everyone got vaccinated, there would be no such thing as conflict. There would be no such thing as violence. No such thing as guns. Like stealing. Because there would be no property. You would own nothing and be happy. Own nothing and be happy. Why can't you get that through your thick fucking Trump-loving skull? Idiots.
You get vaccinated. If you haven't, you're not nearly as smart as I said you were. Good afternoon. Every federal government employee will be asked to attest to their vaccination status. Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work, test 1 or 2 times a week to see if they've acquired COVID, socially distance, and generally will not be allowed to travel for work. Masking is one defense against the spread of COVID-19. But make no mistake, vaccines are the best defense against you getting severely ill from COVID-19.
Guys, this genius came up with a vaccine, a way to get rid of this crazy virus that just happened to come around but this genius came up with a vaccine to get rid of it. So why aren't we taking advantage of that? Why are we pretending like, oh, we can't get a vaccine? No, we don't believe in it. Where's the science? Where's the evidence? Oh, we can't get it. Come on, dude. Put a mask on. Put a needle in your arm. Come on. Join the crew. We out here. Celebrate. It's a celebration.
The very